Hello there guys, and what is up? Tarek here and welcome back to my channel. As for today's video, I'm not gonna be doing my usual arena match because nothing changed for now. Anyway, instead of arena, I'm gonna share with you guys a guide, a world boss guide for Arcstar on achieving maximum reward for it. So this video probably gonna go in details, so if you are just looking for a copy in lineup formation, I will just leave the timer in the description below. Okay, let's have a look into the quest then. Alright, the quest basically needs you to score specific amount of points in order for you to claim it. As you can see here, the total rewards you can obtain here is actually 600 of ancient coins, approximately 4200 of diamonds if I count it correctly, of course, and not to forget a 5-star skill boost. Well, if you have 2p like me, well man, that's a lot. Now continue with the Arcstar. Looking at his combat stat, in general his attack is quite high, 6000. High defense as well, 75%, and of course 100% of agility. But by looking at his skills, he doesn't have any sort of immunity towards curse, so that's the key point for us. That means our main plan is to lower down as many stats as possible through curse, which is in ideal case 100% stat reduction. We will get into that later. Okay, he attack every round and has elongated plus tiles. This is a good note for us, of course, for our formation arrangement. Now Arcstar skills, first of all, plasma, additional damage for him. Clap, not really important since we can only have 2 rounds with him anyway. Next is permanent overcharge, the first being a drawback for him. While the second acts as a reflective counter. The first shows that he received more damage from us upon our normal attack, amplify our damage, but at the same time triggers reflection towards us in a form of DOT, shock, damage over time. I'm going to use dot to simplify it. So first 2 skills are for his attack mechanism, and both are connected to his attack. I showed you guys before. He has high attack but is vulnerable. So curse him and 2 skills are down. The rest of his skills are advanced dot immunity and attack interference immunity. Means that dots are useless on him, and charm and the likes aren't as well. But not to forget, in his third skills comes with additional part. As stated here, it is equipped with 150% of damage reduction, which literally makes him invincible. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, moving on to the formation setup. Okay, so this formation lineup is what we call as Eldora strat. Basically, it consists of Eldora and her friends. That's all. The only unit you actually need is Eldora. Plus 0 is enough, and Awaken. That's all. Because she is the only one that does the damage here, but the rest are just fillers. With purpose, of course, and every one of them is replaceable as long as it does the same thing. Alright, now what makes Eldora so useful in Arcstar? Let us see her skills. The first is burn, additional damage in the form of dot. Alright, we can skip this one. Second is descending sun, another type of additional damage, but this one is her actual main damage. Why? 2 key points here. If you see here in the description, first ignores incoming damage reduction, and second deals additional damage based on the skill type applied to the enemy. So the first point, still remember Arcstar third skill, 150% damage reduction. When she ignores it, 100% of her additional damage will go through it. So now for the second point, additional damage based on skill type applied to the enemy. To make it simple, the more skill type, meaning we are, in other words, debuff from us applied to the Arcstar, the more you apply to it, the higher Eldora's damage will be. You understand it? Okay, for a start, run your world boss in training session. click on Arcstar, and below his stats column, there is a small column that shows applied effects just underneath it. That is how you monitor on the amount of skills type applied to it. You need to start your world boss first, else you won't be able to see the additional column. But don't forget, do it on training session. Don't simply start your world boss. Alright, Arcstar alone is equipped with 3 skills type, the second, third, and his 4th skills. Now all you need to do is to add more, and your Eldora is gonna go boom. Skills type that is available in the game are Dots, Stat, Weakening, and Stigma. Dot is out. The reason, as I said before, so you only have 2 choices left: Stats, Weakening, and Stigma. For those of you who are not familiar, skill types between machineries stack. Therefore, you should be using machinery that is capable of applying more than 1 skill types on Arcstar, because it's stacked. It distinguishes among each other. That is how you build up the skill type. Now a bit detail on stats, weakening, and stigmas. Not all of them you can actually use, because we only have 12 spots. As you can see from my lineup, I have 3 supports and Eldora, that is 4. So that left us around 8 spots. 8 spots to apply as many skills as possible. If you see on the skill guide, there are many kind of stats weakening: attack reduction, defense reduction, curse, incoming damage boost, etc. But we only need 2: curse and incoming damage boost. Curse to weaken attack, defense, and agility of Arcstar, and incoming damage boost to further amplify Eldora's damage. As for stigma, try to use stigma that is with additional option incoming damage. Back to Eldora skill. 3rd skill is locked. We don't need that. If you have, it's better, but we don't actually need that. Showing that doesn't require high investment using Eldora strat. Next is stat weakening immunity. No counter curse from Arcstar anyway. So we are done now with Eldora. Moving on to the lineup turn order. Start from Zaka, advanced incoming damage boost and curse. Venaka, amplify Eldora's attack and crit damage. Esther, curse and incoming damage boost. Kark, curse and stigma. Orion, advanced incoming boost and curse. Wester, stigma with incoming damage boost. Martina, incoming damage boost. Dinarisa, advanced incoming damage boost. Wiggle, self-destruct with incoming damage boost. Refitia, amplify Eldora's attack and crit rate. Ceres, amplify attack, crit rate and damage. And last but not least, Eldora, just go boom. So from the turn order, you should realize that we only use 1 round to deal damage. Eldora move on the 2nd round, for those who don't know. So proper turn order needs to be arranged for all the skill types to stay online, or debuff to stay online before Eldora's attack. 2 things here. First, having a safe spot for the debuffer and Eldora. Second, preserving the debuff. You can see here all the debuffer are in a safe spot with Dinarisa as the main tank. She is with buff and debuff immune, so she won't get shocked. As for Ceres, she moves late, so no problem for her as long as she can stay alive from the first round attack. Equip her with defense roof if somehow she dies, and I think you are good to go. Now continue with skills application. Kark, Orion and Martina move in the first round, because the rest are mage. So the first round main priority is the curse debuff. So attention goes to both Kark and Orion in this round, because only 2 of them can apply it. But before that, let me explain what agility does. For those who didn't know, agility, if triggers, it reduces incoming damage by 35%. That is not really important. But the second one, agility can reduce debuff timer by 50% if it triggers. And as I said before, Arcstar is born with 100% agility. So the debuff timer reduction is a guarantee to happen because of his agility, because of his 100% agility, and that is not good for us because we are applying debuff and we want it to stay as long as possible until it reach Eldora. So as I said before, Curse reduces it, and going back to Kark and Orion, they both are applying it. So who goes first? Kark will go first because he has a higher Curse stat, which is 70% compared to Orion is 65%. Result from that, he will die. He will die because of the shock. And the curse is being applied before the reduction during the 100% agility, so his curse only lasts for 6 turns, and it won't reach to Eldora anyway, but that's not the point. The point is his job is to make space for Orion. Orion will apply curse afterwards, but with only 30% agility to go through thanks to Kark. So theoretically, you should be able to bypass that 30%. But if you don't, RNG of course, it's okay, you have another shot. So continue. Her curse will stay for 18 turns, thanks to Kark's sacrifice, and later on, able to reach to Zaka. And will further amplify it to 100%. So everything is connected in the second round. With all that, all other debuffs stay the longest, until Eldora's turn to blast off the Arcstar. With all the debuff is still online. So you get what I mean here? Alright, now for support selection. Any support would do, preferably. Any support would do, but preferably one that buff attack, crit rate, or crit damage. Crit rate is the choice, of course. If possible, we don't want Eldora to use Fatal Rune. We want her damage to be amplified as possible with Assault and Rage Rune, but with sufficient crit by the supports. For easy calculation, after support buff, Eldora should have more than 80% for her crit rate. Attack and crit damage you can modify later on. Alright, then I think everything has been explained here. Now it's time for Arcstar. I will leave it on the Arcstar for you guys to see how the debuffs stack and stay till the last turn until the damage go boom. Alright then, I think that's it for now. Enjoy guys.